The ink is still wet on the paper. Your hand is shaking, not from excitement, from something else, something you did not expect. You just signed for your first home, $347,000, 30 years. Your entire adult life, locked into one decision you made in 4 hours. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. It started 3 months ago. You were scrolling through Zillow at midnight. Every house you liked was already under contract. Sold above asking. Sold in 2 days. Sold before you even finished reading the listing. Your co-worker bought a house last year. She will not stop talking about it. Equity this. Appreciation that. You're just throwing money away on rent, sure, she says, sipping coffee like she just discovered fire. So you panicked. You called a real estate agent, not because you were ready, because you were afraid. Afraid that if you waited 1 more month, you would be priced out forever. The agent smiled a lot, said things like, in this market, and heck multiple offers, and Hannest, you need to move fast. She never once said, ew, slow down. She never once said, are you sure? You were not sure. But you made an offer anyway. 14 people wanted the same house. 14 strangers competing for the same 4 walls and a roof. Your agent said you needed to go $20,000 over asking. Then 30. Then $42,000 over the listing price. $42,000. That is a car. That is 2 years of groceries. That is money you did not have 3 weeks ago, but somehow found because someone told you this was normal. You waived the inspection. Your agent said everyone does it. Standard procedure in a hot market, she said. You did not know what was behind the walls. You did not know about the foundation crack. You did not know about the outdated electrical panel that would cost $9,000 to replace. You just signed. Because the fear of losing was stronger than the fear of buying. The closing took 90 minutes. You signed 47 documents. You did not read most of them. Nobody reads them. The title officer flipped pages and pointed at yellow tabs. Sign here, initial here, sign here, Your down payment was $69,400. 3 years of savings, gone in 1 wire transfer. The realtor handed you a key and took a photo. You smiled. The photo looked happy. The photo was a lie. You drove to the house alone, stood in the empty living room. The floor creaked. The walls smelled like fresh paint covering something old. The silence was enormous. This was supposed to feel like victory. It felt like vertigo. Now it is 2 a.m. You are lying in your apartment. Not the house. You have not moved in yet. The house is empty and dark, and waiting for you like a debt that breathes. You open your phone. You open the mortgage calculator. You have done this 17 times tonight. The numbers do not change. $2,412 per month for 30 years. You will be 61 years old when this is paid off. 61. You will have paid $628,000 total for a house that cost $347,000. $281,000 in interest alone. That number makes your chest tight. You Google, can you back out after closing? The answer is no. You Google home buyer's remorse. Reddit has 4,000 posts about it. Every single one sounds exactly like you. You read one from a woman who bought in 2022. She paid $30,000 over asking. Her home is now worth $40,000 less than what she paid. She is trapped. She cannot sell without losing money. She cannot refinance because rates went up. She just sits in the house she cannot afford, in a neighborhood she does not like, counting the years until she breaks even. You close Reddit. You open the calculator again. $2,412 every single month. Rain or shine. Employed or not, you wake up at 6 a.m. You slept maybe 2 hours. Your eyes are dry. Your first thought is the mortgage. You shower. Your second thought is the mortgage. You make coffee. Your third thought is the inspection you waived. What is behind those walls? What is under that foundation? You call your dad. He says, congratulations, homeowner. You say, thanks. You do not tell him about the panic. You do not tell him that you overbid by $42,000. You do not tell him that you waived the inspection because a woman in a blazer told you it was normal. You go to work. Your co-worker asks if you are excited. You say yes. Another lie. You are not excited. You are calculating. Groceries, gas, insurance, property tax. The water heater is 14 years old. The roof is 18 years old. Every single thing in that house is a future bill waiting to arrive. 3 weeks later, you move in. The house makes sounds at night. Pipes settling. Wood expanding. The furnace clicks on and off like a clock that only counts money. The first property tax bill arrives. $4,800. You did not budget for this. You budgeted for the mortgage and nothing else because that is what the calculator showed. Then the water bill, then the trash service. Then the homeowner's insurance premium goes up because of the area's flood risk. Nobody told you about the flood risk. It was not in the listing. It was not in the 47 documents you signed. You eat rice and beans for dinner. Not because you want to, because the house is eating your income. Every dollar you earn walks through the front door and disappears into the walls. Your friends go out on weekends. You stay home, not in your home, in your mortgage. You do not live in a house. You live inside a monthly payment. 6 months pass. You check Zillow. Your house is worth $11,000 less than what you paid. Not a crash. Just the market doing what markets do. Adjusting, correcting, breathing. But you do not see a correction. You see $11,000 that vanished. You see $42,000 in overbid. You see $9,000 for the electrical panel. You see the inspection you never got. You see every decision stacked on top of every other decision, and none of them were yours. They were fear's decisions. You bought a house because you were afraid of being left behind. Not because you were ready. Not because you needed it. Not because the numbers made sense. The numbers never made sense. You just stopped looking at them. Somewhere right now, someone is scrolling through Zillow at midnight. Their heart is racing. They just saw a listing that already has 12 offers. Their co-worker just bought a house. Their agent is texting them, in this market, you have to move fast. They are about to make the same decision you did. They do not know what comes after. But you do.